Have you been feeling low on energy lately? Have you been feeling so unaligned and just like not like yourself? Did you look into the mirror and you're wondering, where did that spark go? And it almost feels like you miss yourself. So this video is gonna be about how to get that spark back, baby. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alina if you're new here, and in today's video I'm gonna talk about how to get that spark back. Initially, you don't ever really lose your spark, but as everything is energy and we are a ball of energy, once we put too much focus on outer circumstances and other people, we are giving a lot of power and a lot of energy away. So in order to get that spark back, all you need to do is put all that energy back towards yourself. Call all the energy back. Once you feel like you lost yourself, once you feel like you've given away too much power to other people, to your life, to your career, to all those things that you constantly focus about, because yeah, we are living life. We do try to achieve things, and especially when it gets to the end of the year, like now, where everyone's kind of like questioning themselves, asking themselves, did I achieve my goals? Have I, owned up to the things that I wanted to do? Did I really become the person that I wanted to become? Did I manifest all those things that I really wanted and that I really desired? And if not, then obviously that's when the doubt starts kicking in. When you give too much focus and energy back on those results, and you are not really focused on the actual transformation. So in this video, I'm going to share my top tips with you, how you can really get that spark back. And I'm telling you, this works every single time. Remind myself and call back my energy towards me. I hear it everywhere, like you're glowing, you are so powerful. All those things that I constantly tell myself are mirrored back by people towards myself again. And that's when I know that all the work that I've been doing and calling back that energy really does work every single time. So there's a huge trend right now on TikTok. It's called Black Cat Energy. And I'm telling you, it works. You just have to be careful to not get too toxic with it. But I believe a healthy amount of confidence and self-love and self-obsession and, just feeling like you own your power and you own your own potential is very crucial when you want to manifest the things in your life, because that's when you become truly magnetic. You just have to be careful to not drop into a level where it gets too toxic and manipulative and, calling in like unhealthy dynamics in relationships and all those things. We don't want that. Like, we still want to be healthy. We want to be divine. We want to be, embodying the light and the dark feminine aspect of things. We want to embody the wholeness. But it is true that that black cat energy, the one that you only focus on yourself and you put yourself on the pedestal, you put yourself as a priority, it works to a T. Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about that and like the things that you can do, because nobody really wants to be in that golden retriever energy where you're chasing, especially not if you are a woman. Like, you really need to learn to embody that, energy where you are the one being pursued and not the other way around. And it's not just about relationships and people, but also about your career. Because if you're chasing after money, if you're chasing after your goals and you're like hunting them down, you are literally gonna postpone them, because you're acting from a place of desperation and lack and not from a place of abundance and knowing that you own it, knowing that you already are. Because if you're chasing and pursuing and doing all the things and taking a lot of action, you are signalizing that you don't have it. And when you do that, you are basically in that golden retriever energy. You are trying to get instead of being and receiving. You cannot get if you chase all the time. You cannot receive if you constantly just overgive. You need to learn how to find a healthy balance with it. And I have a lot of tasks that I do, or rituals, you can call it, that I do to really embody that black cat energy and that divine feminine energy in light and in dark ways. Okay, I'm still very nurturing, I'm very caring and giving and loving, but I do know where exactly are my boundaries. I do know when I need to call that energy back towards me and really get my spark back. So the first thing that I do, and I cannot stress this enough, and I will literally repeat myself until my tongue falls off, is doing the inner work. Because you cannot manifest the things that you want if you are not becoming somebody else, if you're not becoming a different version. And the only way of becoming different is working constantly on yourself, becoming conscious and aware of the things that you do, your habits, your thought patterns, your subconscious beliefs, because in the end, your subconscious beliefs are forming your life. In the outer world, like your inner world reflects to the outer world, and you are literally creating your 3D reality through whatever you have inside of you. And if you don't become conscious about it, if you refuse to do that work, then you're never gonna get the things surprised. You're never gonna get the things that you really, really want, because you refuse to do that one most important step, which is changing yourself, changing your habits, your thoughts, your feelings, your like emotional intelligence, and your actions. Because in the end, everything influences what you are creating. What I personally do when I feel like I'm not really myself, I'm not really feeling like myself, I feel like I've given away too much power, I always come back to Inner Bloom, to the platform where I myself teaching at, but where I also learn from other people. Because even if you have a lot of things that you can give to others, you hold a lot of value, you have a lot of knowledge, it is still good to sometimes tap into some like resources and tools in order to get some guidance for yourself from other people. Because sometimes we're so in our head with our thoughts and our feelings, we're overthinking, we're, just putting so much attention to all the things that are happening. And sometimes it can be really helpful if you can just listen to somebody else and their perspective and their story. And this will inspire you then to take different action, to think maybe a little bit differently, to shift your perspective just a tiny bit so that you can move on and take new action into your life. So I go to the Inner Bloom platform and I usually just scroll through the platform, whatever calls my attention, I just do it. So lately I've been really focused on astrology and how my birth chart aligns with my feelings and everything. And I'm telling you, it's super freaking accurate. There's actually a free app that you could use. It's called The Pattern. They do have a paid version, which I also have because I like to have the extra stuff and I don't mind investing into myself at all. So I have the paid version and it's way more detailed and way more clear on the things that your birth chart kind of gives you, because you're surprised not just only your zodiac sign, you have your moon, your rising, all those different houses and aspects in your chart that can influence you in a way. And I'm telling you, I kid you not, this is so accurate. Every single time I feel a certain way, every single time I do not understand my feelings and I tap into this app, and finally, I have a reason of why I'm feeling a certain way. And you can believe it or you cannot believe it. I don't really care. I truly believe in astrology and that everything is intertwined and connected. And for me, it's very accurate. It just helps me a lot. Of course, it is always about your personal perspective, and some things that are maybe laid out a little bit more negatively, you can always turn them into positive, but that just depends on your way of thinking. I am a very positive person, and whatever is somebody tells me you cannot do that, I just do it anyways, and I prove myself and others that I can. I'm holding a very positive posture when it comes to my birth chart and the things that I'm reading about myself and also about others. You can actually run bonds on that app, so you can, when you're dating somebody, you can test if their birth chart aligns with yours, which is very cool and very interesting, guys. And I'm telling you, every single time, it just is so accurate. I just can't, okay? So this is one of the things that I do. I tune into tools and resources that I trust, that help me to understand myself better. Because in order to get that spark back, how do you feel when you feel unaligned? You feel like you're not understanding yourself. You're feeling like something is missing. So sometimes in order to really get that last piece of the puzzle, in order to understand yourself, is some resources and tools that can guide you. So I can highly recommend you the Pattern app. I can highly recommend the Inner Bloom Academy for women. Okay, it's a transformational platform with over hundreds of hours of content from over 70 plus coaches and healers that are helping you on your own personal journey to transformation. Okay, it's all about self-concept, manifestation, mindset, personal development, healing, all those different things. And right now it's on sale, guys, for only €97 for lifetime access, okay? It's literally a steal. So basically, you get a transformational platform for your lifelong journey of growth for less than $100. It's literally a no-brainer. So if you want to access, check my description box. And the next thing that I do is self-care. Self-care is literally my religion, guys, okay? I do self-care every single day. I have a specific morning routine that I follow and a specific evening routine, okay? Sometimes it's less and more depending on what I do. As I have my real estate business, as I have my online business and my, content creation and all of these things, like sometimes it gets a little bit tricky to follow every single day the routine. But if I really want to take care of myself, my spark back, I do those routines, okay? So the first thing is, in the morning, I do meditation when I wake up. Okay, so I still lay in my bed, I lay down, and I just am better with doing meditation when I'm laying down because I just find it very difficult to sit still and like relax because my back starts hurting. So I just want to lay down. And I do a meditation for a topic that, bothers me, or a topic that I need to focus on, or something that I want to manifest, something that I want to call in. And so it depends on how I'm feeling. But I always try to do like guided meditations on YouTube. I love the ones from Joy Dispenza, and I can highly recommend them to you. So I do a guided meditation, and then after that, I am putting off every sound, and it is totally quiet in my room, and I just start visualizing. Because after the meditation, I feel like my third eye is open, or my heart chakra is more open, or whatever. I just feel like very open and receptive. So that is the time when I really start to visualize and like imagine the things that I really want to call into my life. And also what I do is I visualize all the energy that I put somewhere else in the last couple of weeks. I call it back towards me. And I'm telling you, after that, I feel so, so powerful, okay? So the next thing that I do, I get up, I brush my teeth, and, do a little bit of my skincare. And then what I do is I do a yoga session or Pilates session and a somatic yoga session. Okay, so you can decide what you want to do. I like to switch in between, and depending on also how I'm feeling. Somatic yoga is very beneficial, especially if you are a woman. Of course, you can do it as a man as well. But especially women are known for saving a lot of energy and tension in your hips, okay? And as we are energetic, spiritual, multidimensional beings, and not just, what we see, we have an energetic body around us. You can call it your aura, like whatever you want to call it, but we have energetic fields around us, okay? You can save a lot of energy. And if that energy is stuck and frustrated and depressed and, all those negative emotions, of course, energy cannot flow freely. And you need to release it, and somatic yoga is an actual proven practice to help you do that, to release tension, to release anger, emotions, all those tension inside of your body that you are constantly holding within yourself that you are not even fully aware of. So I do that since I think 4 or 5 months, and I'm telling you, it has helped me tremendously. And I did not believe in that before, okay? So before my first session, I was like, okay, it's kind of weird, it's not really yoga, I don't really know how that should help you. But I'm telling you, the more I've done it, the more I noticed how calm I was, how more emotionally intelligent, how more balanced, and I just feel in harmony with myself, just really in my feelings. But I learned, and that is also a very important part to get your spark back, to learn how to sit with your feelings. And I'm telling you, not a lot of people can do that. Because when you feel pain, when you feel heavy, when you feel frustrated, depressed, sad, anxious, all those things, what we try to do is we try to get rid of those feelings. We try to just distract ourselves. We try to just, do something else, to not think about it, to not feel it. But the key is to learn how to feel it. Because once you embrace the grief, the sadness, the anger, the frustration, the depression, it is like a veil that you lift off of yourself. When you embrace it, it is so much easier and faster gone than it has come if you sit with it and be present with it and embrace those sad feelings. And if you're just constantly trying to distract yourself and do other things, to not think about it, because every single time it adds up and up, and then you feel it even more heavy the next time. So just learn how to sit with your emotions and to embrace the pain, cry, have a really good cry. I'm telling you how healing and helpful it is to sometimes just like cry, even if you have no valid reason for it. Like, you don't need to have a valid reason to cry. Like, your feelings are always valid. And if you need to cry, then just cry, just let it out. And I'm telling you, after that, you feel better. Like, my grandma used to always tell me, like, if you cry, like, you release your soul, like, you release anything, any like burden that is on your chest, any heaviness, and you just release it all through your tears. And it's literally true. You just have to learn how to embrace those sadness and, not distract yourself and try to do different things to not feel it. After, my somatic practice and Pilates and all the things, I get my breakfast, I have a healthy breakfast, and I just do something that I enjoy doing, okay? Whatever that might be. And I ask myself in that specific day, when I want to take care of myself, what does my inner child want? And, that's a thing that probably also not a lot of people do, because we always are so on autopilot that we never actually think what would really make us happy in that day, in that moment. And I think it's a very good practice to get used to also, because the more your inner child is happy, I'm telling you, the more happy you are. It's like happy wife, happy life. It's like happy inner child, happy life. Okay, so you have to take care of your inner child, because the more you do, the more like playful and balanced you are, because you're just happy, because you just constantly do things that you enjoy doing, whatever it might be. Like, if you like dancing, do that. I literally had a dance session with myself the other day because I was feeling like it, But I'm telling you, try to do those things by yourself. Try to do those things alone and learn to be alone with yourself. Because as soon as you call your friends and you try to talk about things or complain, like, you put a lot of energy already away again. Like, you are complaining about your life, you're nagging, and you don't want to be negative. You want to learn to deal with yourself. You want to learn to call back your energy towards you instead of focusing it somewhere else. So the things that you need to do in order to get your spark back is just focus on you and be with you. Learn to be alone. I'm telling you, the thing that you really need to learn is how to be alone with yourself, be happy with yourself, and have a full life without expecting anybody else to make you happy. Because that is how you live a fulfilled life. That is how you can also develop standards and boundaries for yourself and not accept any bare minimum treatment from anybody, because you know that you are good on your own. You know that your life is full without anybody else, and you have the control over your life. Like, you own your own power. You have all the energy that you need, and that's how you really become that mystical kind of black cat person. Because the thing is, and it's not even like you're so mystical and mysterious, you are just very aligned. You know who you are. You don't need to be super loud. You don't need to be, constantly craving for attention or seeking outside validation. You are good on your own. You know exactly who you are, and you don't need to prove it to anybody else. So stop running to other people with your problems and learn how to deal with yourself. Of course, you can accept help. Of course, you can seek advice and ask, friends and family if you want. But I really suggest you to only ask for advice from people who have what you want, and also to learn how to develop your own opinion by asking yourself instead, before you run to somebody else and ask them, because that is giving off the golden retriever energy. That is giving up, okay, I'm pursuing, I'm chasing, I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to please, I'm trying to seek and chase things. I'm trying to, no, it's just not cool, like, it's just not giving off that energy that you are in power, because you're seeking other people and their power. Therefore, the power is not with you. So learn to embrace time with yourself, and that is how you will get your spark back. Every single time that I was just on myself, even if I had like the worst heartbreak of my life, I just learned to sit with it, be present, and do things that I personally enjoy. And I literally got over it like this. And everybody told me, like, I cannot believe you're going through a breakup right now. Like, you look so good. You look like you literally had that glow up. And I do it every single time. You know, I really know how to turn my pain into power. I really know how to make myself glow up after any single obstacle that is thrown into my life. I could go literally through the worst things and nobody would even know about it, because I'm still embodying that divine energy that others find magnetic, that others will tell me, literally write to me, that I inspire them so much with my energy. Like, I believe in vulnerability and like sharing with other people like things that you go through, but also I don't like relying on anybody else for my personal happiness. And I think that is something that everybody should thrive for, because if you learn to deal with yourself and work on yourself, you are just stop projecting your shit onto other people. You don't take anything personally anymore, and you really get to call in the things that you want in your life, but like, because you're just being unapologetic, you're being just yourself. And the highest frequency is not just only love and self-love, but authenticity. And embodying your true authentic self is so powerful. You have no idea what you can call into your life by being authentically you. And that is when you really raise your vibration, and when you get that spark back, that other will tell you, wow, you're glowing. And that is what you need to do. Back to my practices, what I do after my breakfast and after I do something that really makes me feel good, like personally, whether it's dancing or shopping or reading or just watching a movie. Sometimes it can be watching your favorite show where one of the characters inspiring you so much to just be the baddest, hottest, sexiest, smartest, cleverest, prettiest, most angelic, mesmerizing person that you could ever be. Okay? So you just need to find that inspiration. Also, you could go on Pinterest. Like, I usually try to, redo my vision board or try to get some inspiration from Pinterest. I like to dress myself up. I like to do my makeup. I like to create content. I like to just do creative things. Like, you could paint, you could go swimming. There are so many things that you could do, and you should do them without trying to compete with anybody. Like, when you do those things that you really love to do, that are meant to get your spark back, you should stop comparing yourself to anyone. Like, it's no competition. Like, there can be no competition in order for you to get your spark back. Like, you need to only please yourself in that manner of trying to get your spark back. It doesn't work if you do it for somebody else, because then you're already in your chasing energy again. You're not focused on yourself. And so you cannot be afraid what anybody else thinks when you do those things for yourself. It needs to only please you. Once I do that, I do my content, I do like things that I personally enjoy. I like going for walks, listening to music, like also having a playlist that gives you that baddie vibes, like those, kind of like confident, self-alluring, and just self-obsessed kind of energy. Music will put you in an ecstatic state and just like a different energy. And I notice it every single time, like specific music that I'm listening to that brings me in different moods and different energy states. And then another thing that I do is doing or listening to rampages. And there's one YouTube channel that I absolutely love, guys, and it's High Frequency Guru. This girl, she's the baddest. Like, she is so good. The kind of rampages and self-hypnosis and subliminals that she's doing, out of this world. I'm telling you. And the funniest thing is, I listen to them so much and I like talk with them. And the things that, she's saying in those rampages or self-hypnosis tracks are exactly like sentences and words that I hear other people saying to me after I listen to them, like, very frequently. And it's like, sometimes I'm like observing my life and observing other people, how they treat me and what they say towards me, and I'm just like, right. Like, your life really does reflect back your inner world. And if you truly learn to believe it, if you truly, you know, have that confidence once you've done it after a while, that this works, you will get so many confirmations, like every single time. And you will not even be surprised anymore. You will just sit there and smile and just receive, and you'll be like, I know. I just know. You know, and that is the kind of confidence and that spark and that glow and that just energy that you need to embody and to embrace. The next thing you can do, and this is probably one of my favorite parts, is to spoil yourself and treat yourself as a queen. Because I'm telling you, other people will always reflect back how you treat yourself. You can teach other people how to treat you by the way that you treat yourself. If you treat yourself as a queen, if you value yourself, if you know you're worthy, if you know you're deserving, you spoil yourself, there literally is nobody that can come into your life trying to unspoil you. Like, I already spoil myself. Don't try to come into my life trying to unspoil me. Like, I do so much for me. Why would I settle for some bare minimum bullshit that is not even the same standard that I already hold myself, that I already carry within myself? It just doesn't make sense. Why would I settle for something less than what I already do for myself? You know, there must be always an elevation. There must be always an upgrade. And if you truly learn how to constantly upgrade your life and glow up within yourself, you will not just accept anything from anybody anymore. I buy myself macarons. I buy myself flowers. I buy myself makeup. I buy myself this. I buy myself that. I literally put on cute little notes, anything for you, queen, and it's from me to me. That's how much I value myself, how much I believe in spoiling myself. Take yourself out on dates. Like, why would you wait for some dusty man to go ask you for a date, to go 50-50, to drink a coffee, if you can take out yourself on dates? You know, you will never accept this kind of treatment from any man if you take yourself on dates and if you value your own presence. What you do with this is you really learn to be alone with yourself and to enjoy your own company, because you will never be needy ever again for somebody to give you company, because you cannot be alone with yourself. Like, high value women are doing these things. They enjoy their own presence so much that they know that their bare presence, their mere existence is so valuable that they don't need to do anything but being themselves in order to be appreciated, valued, and just taken seriously as a woman. You hold so much power. Like, you literally are a portal to life. You are a portal to the universe. You can give life as a woman. With this, your mere existence and presence is so valuable, nobody could ever face you. You really need to understand these things and the power that you hold within yourself. From an energetic level, from a spiritual level, you are a goddess. And if you don't act like a goddess, if you're being cheap with yourself, if you don't even enjoy your own company, you're constantly chasing for other people to make you happy, to, you know, just to give you company, to release the boredom out of your life, girl, you don't even know how to live. You need to learn how to really, truly be happy with yourself. And that's when other people will do everything to make you even more happy. But it's not that you rely on that happiness. They will just try to make you more happy because they just love to see you so happy. But you already are happy with yourself. You enjoy your presence so much. Others are so addicted to your presence. Yeah, like, you could give them energy for days and weeks just because you're breathing next to them. But that's how powerful you could be. I just know the power that I hold within myself. So I don't spread it lightly. I put all the power and the energy towards me. I know that whomever I share my energy, my time with, must be very precious and close to my heart. And these people that I share my energy with, they know. They value it. they appreciate it and they show me. So yeah, ladies, take yourself out on dates, enjoy your own presence, become literally so obsessed with yourself, and anybody else will notice it. Now to my evening routine. That's the last thing I'm going to talk about. What you have to do, what you can do. You know, you can maybe do another session of yoga or like somatic release after a long day, or take like an aura cleanse shower. I love to do that whenever I have like a bad day, or where you put on some like music, relaxation music, and then you just imagine like all the negative energy like flowing down your body, like releasing yourself. And then after that I journal, and I just write down like a lot of things that I'm grateful for, and I write down things like in a way of like I'm scripting like a diary entry of like my perfect day. And especially when I have like a very perfect day, because I do a lot of self-care, I do a lot of things that make me happy. This is literally what I'm manifesting. Already in a very good mood in order to manifest. I mean, we're either way manifesting 24/7. It's not like you need a specific time for it, but especially in those moments where you feel super good, where you feel like very aligned and very authentically, that's when you can manifest like 10 times faster. That's what I see for myself, at least. So I do my journaling, my scripting, and like my manifestation, and then I watch my favorite show or series, like whatever I'm watching. And then after that, I do another meditation and go to sleep. And I always have on subliminals in my, like during my sleep, or affirmations, or another like self-hypnosis rampage, or I don't know, like certain frequency healing kind of music. Like I usually always sleep with this every single night, and I wake up the next day, I'm energized, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling like, you know. So these are my tips that you can do in order to really get your spark back, and I hope that you guys are receiving the biggest glow up of your life in December, before even the next year starts, because we don't want to put, you know, we don't want to like store anything. We don't want to wait for the next year. We want to glow up like right now, okay? So get yourself back together. Let's, you know, go after the things that we really want to do, but not in your chasing energy, but being in your laid back, relaxed, divine, feminine, magnetic state of being, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any further videos. Grab the Inner Bloom Academy inside the description box. If you have any other questions or video recommendations or suggestions, put them down in the comments below. I love to talk to you if you connect with me on Instagram. And I'm sending you a lot of love and a lot of sparkle. And I see you guys in my next video. Bye.